What's good, y'all, and welcome to another video. In this one we'll be taking on challenge mode Tengu in the highest difficulty, so hard. Our goal is to kill 210 people. This is the team we'll be going with. So 2 tanks, 2 healers, 2 AoE damage dealers, a Dolores, and then 3 fighters. Let's get straight into it. We'll be going over gear and all that after. Alright, so here we are in the stage. We can go to 2 times speed because this stage is a really long one. So get ready. We'll be opening it up with Oleg. And then bringing in Isolde on top of Oleg, right here. Next up it's Maul. And then by the time these guys are closing in, we'll be activating our tank ultimates for that increased block just in case. Also bringing in Soleil. And then activate our ultimates to take care of this very first wave here. After that we'll be bringing in our first healer. And then also beautiful Dolores. Then we just increase the rage of everybody. And nuke the hell out of this wave. Next up, we just bring in Wrath to take care of the top lane. And then Vortex to heal most of our units. So the reason for this placement is that these guys, they shoot these magic balls. And those magic balls, they do hurt a bit, but they don't hurt too bad. So what we're doing is we're letting the guys at the bottom pass, which means they'll always hit Oleg and Isolde, so it will only be hitting Oleg and Isolde, so we can let these guys pass without any worries. And our more squishy units at the top are safe and secure. And then for those where the bolts would hit Isolde and all our units, we actually have Wrath, and Wrath is there to take care of the mages that would be going onto that lane. Also for later down the fight, if Wrath dies, we have we have Gluttony and Volca as backups. So yeah, so far so good, 60 out of 210. And these balls, even though they are slightly dangerous, especially with double healers on the field, there isn't really too much that we need to fear from them. Alright, so right here we get the like fire only phase really. So we let these guys close in. Spooky wheel persons, we can also just ult again, ult with Dolores and then refresh everybody's ults. But you can really see, even though it's called the hard difficulty, it's not that bad. And also, especially when we get to the gearing part, you can definitely cut away a lot of the gear that we are using and just use something that isn't nearly as strong. Alright, once more, same thing, we activate our ultimates and then recharge them. So yeah, we have Maul and Soleil, so we have magic AoE and physical AoE, just in case. And so far everything is going well enough. Once more, same thing. Double ult combo, get the ults back up. And that's also the nice part about Maul, we get that extra slow, so we buy ourselves even more time to do some more damage. Alright, so we're now about halfway through. Alright, perfect. Now we're getting into the boss fight with the Tengu. And to be fair, I'm not even all that quite sure what that Tengu person even does. But yeah, we just have our double healers. Obviously Wrath is taking some nice or some rather dirty tick damage. And what this fire tornado does, it takes or rises into the sky the last placed unit. And that's why we placed Vortex last, because even if that thing would do damage, Vortex is by far the tankiest unit we have on the field. So he should in no way, shape or form struggle with this at all. So yeah, that's the reason why we placed Vortex last. And as soon as Wrath actually dies from the fire or from the boss, we'll just continue replacing him. And yeah, I don't think we should really struggle with the boss too much. Unless her basic attacks do like a gazillion damage, then we might have to reinvent this whole strategy here. But yeah, as you can also see, Wrath with his self-heal is also able to defend against the boss really well. Depending on your account, the gear you've given your Wrath, he might not exactly do the same thing. But I am pretty confident that we don't really need it anyway. So yeah. The boss is now past our units, and that's when we just bring in our other fighters so we can continue to take care of these annoying exploding mages. So yeah, now's the interesting part. How much damage does that Tengu person even deal? And can she break through double healers? So yeah, she's somehow already down to 40%. And the damage really doesn't look like anything too special, which is good. It's an event stage, right? But it's technically also supposed to be the hardest stage. So yeah, I don't know, make of that what you want. So yeah, everyone's still alive. You can see her actually going for Oleg. Oleg obviously by far our strongest unit anyway, so there shouldn't really be anything to worry about. And there you go, fight down. We could also at some point then activate our ultimates to make sure everybody survives. But yeah, that's stage done, GG. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like, consider subscribing, and we see each other in the next one. Peace! Which isn't quite the end, because just in case if you're interested, I'll just go through the gear quickly. Obviously, we have a tank set. We have the tank set on Dissolved, focus on HP, focus on defense. You can go lower easily. Same goes for Oleg. Tank set, focus on HP, focus on defense. You can go lower easily. Same goes for Vortex. Vortex also high HP, high attack speed, high healing effect. Doesn't need to be. Also some extra rage region, completely useless for this fight. A half geared hollow with some pieces missing. I guess that still works. For the units we did use, let's not skip out on Maul. Maul got the best gear we had on. Maul didn't even have a weapon, I guess, with 150% crit rate, 83% right here, beautiful artifact, 5k attack. So yeah, we had a half functional Maul. Then this Soleil pretty good at around 230-240% attack, 250 attack speed, 100% crit rate, 108% crit damage, and a tier of Twilight. Obviously with what you've seen it could be lower. We then have Volker in an Inferno Roar set, Wrath in a Sorbonne Arcana set. But as you've seen, it could be lower. They're really, and also we don't have those swap out units for if they do die, just to make sure that you don't get those bolts that hit your units, to keep the risk at the lowest level possible. And then on Dolores we have a Glacier set with some HP, but overall like grand total with set effect like 9,500 attack and 30% rage region on a golden scarab, but you don't need that golden scarab to be that high. GG's.